Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, please hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get right into today's video. So off camera I did go ahead and apply my peel off base coat. If you don't know how I did that, you can go ahead and watch any of the other videos I have. I actually did recently show it in my last video I posted. So I did go ahead and measure out my nail tips. These are the extra long coffin tips I do have, and I did go ahead and apply them off camera using some base coat. And then I did go ahead and cure them in the light for 30 seconds for a full cure after they were all applied. And now I'm taking that same base coat and applying a very thin layer onto all the nails, just so that way I can build up a little bit more strength before we go ahead and cut them down. So for today's set, I did want to go for more of a medium length, so I'm just trimming it down to that medium length, and I will be doing the same thing to all of the nails. Now just taking my hand file, I'm shaping up the sidewalls just to make sure those, like the sides of the nail tips are tucked in and flush that natural nail. And I will go ahead and file just gently over the free edge of the nails as well. So today's acrylic application is going to be very basic and very simple. I will be using the color Pum Pum from Acrylic. It's a very beautiful nude. I do have a link down below as well with my discount code. So again, I'm just applying the same color to all of the nails, and like I said, just having a basic application for today's set. If you guys want to know how I do my acrylic application, I do have a beginner's playlist where it shows the application, liquid to powder ratio, as well with shaping certain shapes. And I'm trying my hardest to find more topics to touch on to add to that playlist, but I will try my hardest to remember to have it linked down below. If not, just go ahead and click on my profile and go to playlist and it should be there. But I will go ahead and let you guys continue to watch the rest of the application, and I will pop back in when it's time to shape and file. So this is what the application is looking like. It's looking very good and very smooth. So I will be using the 5-in-1 nail drill bit and going around the cuticle area just to make sure it's nice and flush, that natural nail. And then I will move on to using a sanding band. And for reference, I do have my drill at the speed of 7,000 to 8,000 RPMs for this step. Next, I will be taking a medium grit sanding band from Nails and Blinks and working that over the surface of the nail to smooth everything out even further. And then I will also later on, I don't think I show it on camera, but I do go ahead and do that same crescent moon shape at the free edge like I did in my last video. Next, I'm taking my hand file just to shape up the sidewalls to make sure it's nice and flush and straight as well, and then getting underneath that nail just to get any acrylic that might have spilled over when doing the application. Then finally, I'm just taking my mini buffer and just buffing over the surface of the nail since we will be doing some nail art today. So for today's gel polishes, I will be using this very beautiful purple color from this brand. I don't really know how to pronounce it, as well as some white gel polish from 𝐸. So I'm going to quickly just show you how I mix my colors together because I will be doing kind of like a gradient type of design. So I'm starting off with just the purple color by itself, and I'm adding 4 spots of that purple onto my palette, and then I will be using that white gel polish later on to add to some of these colors as well. So going ahead and taking that white from 𝐸, I am adding a little bit of white to that second spot of the purple. And then as I get down to the final one, I'm just adding more white to kind of lighten it up, if that makes sense. Because the last color on the palette will be just a plain white. So I want it to go from dark purple to a little bit lighter and then so on until you get to white. And then just to mix it in, I'm just taking a dotting tool and just mixing it in until I get that nice pigmentation that I want with that mixture, if that makes sense. And then I will go ahead and start moving on to the nail art. So we will be doing some French nails in today's set. So I'm applying some base coat to all the nails so that way it kind of gets rid of all those scratches from filing and it just provides a smoother surface to work on. And then after applying that, I will go ahead and cure the nails in the light for 60 seconds. So getting into the nail art application, I'm just taking that darker purple that has no white mix in it, and I will be doing the French outline on the pinky nail. So after I get the smile line situated and everything, I will go ahead and infill the sides of that, and then I want to make sure I am wiping down the side walls so that way I keep a nice straight shape. And then for this nail, I will be using the second color we had mixed on the palette, which is just the purple with a little bit of white in it, just to provide that lighter purple color. And again, just doing the same thing, doing the outline of the smile line of the French nail, and then infilling that as well and curing that for 30 seconds. So I will go ahead and let the rest of this play out since it's pretty much a repetitive process, but just using each color as we go down the palette. So these are what the French nails are looking like. I did do my thumb off camera because for some reason I cannot stay in frame when doing my thumb. So now I'm just taking a lint-free wipe and a little bit of alcohol and wiping off the nails because we will be applying a very thin layer of matte top coat and you don't want any of that gel polish to smudge or anything like that. So for the matte top coat, I will be using Matte It from Not Polish. I absolutely love this matte top coat. It's very smooth, it's very velvety, and it's just my favorite, but I didn't have that much. I've had this matte top coat for almost 2 years, honestly, and no one ever uses it, but somehow I've run low on it, and I need to buy more, but I just don't have the money to buy it. But this is, if you want a matte top coat, this is my favorite one, and I absolutely recommend it. So again, I'm just applying a very thin layer of that to all the nails, and then we'll go ahead and cure that in the light for 60 seconds. And here's what the matte top coat looks like after applying it. Just look how nice and velvety that looks. Like, it looks truly matte, and I absolutely love it. So getting into the rest of the nail art, I will be using the same colors I used for the French nails for the rest of the nail art process. So I will be just drawing some tiny little hearts. I'm doing some like full, like infilled ones, some outlined hearts, some big, some small, just a variety of hearts. And then before curing that, I will go ahead and sprinkle on some acrylic powder just to give it a nice texture. So when using your acrylic, you can use either clear, you can use white, or you can find an acrylic that matches that gel polish. But for today's set, I did go ahead and just use the color Pure from Acrylics, which is just a white acrylic powder. So again, sprinkling that on top of the wet gel polish before curing it. And after I've got it fully coated, I will go ahead and cure that in the light for 30 seconds. So I will go ahead and let the rest of this play out, and I'll pop back in right before the video ends. So after I've done everything, I'm curing that in the light for a full 60 seconds to make sure all the nails are nice and cured. That pretty much concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!